Cool. You guys are all in frame?
Yeah.
In the camera frame?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's start by introducing yourself. Tell me your name, your age, and the city where you live.
Okay. My name is Princess Harris. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm 30 years old.
My name is Naza Escher. I live in Washington Heights, and I am 29.
Hi, I'm Yark Lewinson. I'm 32 years old, and I live in Brooklyn, New York.
Awesome. Okay, guys, how do you know each other? Clarify it for me.
Okay, I know Yark living here in New York City, but it's kind of a funny story because we're both from Florida, and we actually went to the same college. And we happened to meet here in New York just randomly in passing through some mutual friends, and we just had so much in common that we connected right away, and from the day we met we were like inseparable, I guess.
Yeah. Within a week.
Yeah, within a week
we just hooked up. It was like automatic chemistry.
Yeah.
Instant.
And that's been for about 2.5 years now we've known each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Naza because we
crashed the party together.
Yeah, we crashed the party, and
we became friends after that.
Yeah.
So.
And I know Naza from Princess. Like, she introduced me to her at some party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Awesome. Okay. So, I wanted you guys to talk a little bit about the personalities of each other. So, Yark, tell me a little bit about Princess. Tell me some of her personality traits.
She's wild, outgoing. She's the life of the party. You know what I mean? She gets it in. I just love being around her. She's exciting. What can I say?
I like this question. Tell me more.
I mean, she's just wild. Like you would see her. I mean, in the public eye, if you see her, she's knows how to carry herself professionally. But she gets some drinks in her, and it's
she likes to get down. Like in dance class the other day, she's like making up her own moves to the
aerobics. Get a couple drinks in her, some Baileys. That's her drink.
Gosh.
Baileys, it's a wrap.
And I thought I was introverted.
No, Yark, he's more laid back. He kind of vibes off of Princess. He gets a few jokes in every now and again, but he's pretty much laid back. And then me, I don't know. How am I?
Naza's very, I don't know. She's unpredictable because you would think that she's like this innocent little sweetheart, but she's the type of person, once you get to know her, you kind of see the true person and she opens up. So she's kind of, just until she gets to know the person, if you just met her and you saw her in the public, you'll be like, okay, she's a nice, sweet girl, but she has a lot of energy and she brings a lot of she connects the wild and crazy and the calm and mellow. She's like that in-between type person. So I think that's what I would say about Naza.
She agrees.
Tell me who believes in the paranormal and who doesn't.
Oh, I believe.
I'm skeptical. It's not that I don't believe, because I would be scared of a Ouija board. But a lot of it, I think it's like people, they get overexcited or they exaggerate, but maybe there's some truth to it. I'm kind of like on the fence, because if you ask me if Satan's real, I believe in that. I believe Ouija boards really work. But some of it, I'm like, you're just being superstitious. It's not true. So I'm just kind of riding both sides, I guess.
I have to say that, since I met Yark, he always, I don't believe. I'm the one that I don't believe. I don't have the slightest fear of it at all. But ever since I met Yark, it's just like he has always just talked about things where he believes in stuff that because I don't believe, I'm like, okay, you sound crazy. But he's just been since the beginning, and he's always just, even when we saw the Paranormal Activity, he was creeped out, and I'm sitting there like, okay, but I'm asking all of these dumb questions. He's like, Princess, I've had personal experiences where I know that things can happen. And because I haven't personally experienced it, it's just like, okay. But he really, since I've met him, before Paranormal Activity, he's always had these, insights of things that,
I mean, the stuff is true. It's in the Bible. It's everywhere. I mean, My parents have seen them. They've been in our house, like ghosts have touched me. And I'm not speaking off. I'm not making this up. It's true. You know what I mean? Like, it's not nightmares.
Give me a story. York, tell me a story then about an experience you had.
All right. Like when my cousin died, I was sleeping, and then it felt like something was holding me down. I get held down a lot. Something was holding me down, and then I felt something digging in my side, and I couldn't move. I'm like, oh. So I told my mother, and then I found out like my cousin had the same experience, like somebody was holding him down, and my uncle. Like a lot of people in our family had these experiences like the same night that my cousin died. And that's not a coincidence.
Well, I believe in demons. I can say that much. I remember my father's a pastor, and our friend Vito came over the house one night. I don't know what Vito was into, but all you hear is all these voices coming out of him, screaming and yelling like abnormal voices. Woke me up out of my sleep. It was not like a human noise, and like I guess it just like came out of him or whatever. So that.
So, what is everybody's views on life after death?
I think
do you believe in ghosts or spirits? Do you believe, you transfer something's energy after death? What do you guys believe?
I think I would come back as a horse. I love horses.
Oh God!
I know it's crazy, but I just
Oh gosh!
that's my take
A
on it.
horse?
Yes, I love horses.
All right, Princess Tommy. Oh my God!
I don't know. That's just.
I definitely believe in reincarnation. Like you come back. If it's not an animal, it's another person. Because sometimes you see someone, you're like, wow, I've seen you before. But it don't seem like it's recent. It seems like it might have been 150 years ago. But you recognize the person. It could have been in a different life. So I definitely believe you come back. Your spirit never dies. You just evolve or transform into something else.
I don't believe in reincarnation. I believe in heaven and hell. I think you go to one place or the other after death.
Has anybody ever used a Ouija board? Do you think it's possible to communicate with the deceased, like through a medium or a psychic?
I think it's possible with like a medium, like you said, they talk about it in the Bible. I don't know who you're speaking to or what you're speaking to, but I think it works.
I think it works. I mean, I've never tried it. It's just, yeah, I'm afraid to try it. I mean, I have to be really tempted. It's something I wonder if I'm pushed, I may try, but I think it opens up evil.
Yeah.
That it can't.
I think the closest for me maybe was back in the day, Candyman or something, like to bring up a spirit. The fictitious television stories was probably creepy. Freddy Krueger or Jason.
Right. Is anyone afraid of the dark?
Yeah. I don't play with the dark. I got to sleep with the light on.
For real?
Yeah. I don't.
Yes.
I don't like the dark at all.
Yes.
Because when I'm in the dark, I swear I see stuff. Like I gotta be able to see. Cause the dark, you can't see anything. So every little thing is like, oh, yeah. I need light.
I think if I'm in an unfamiliar place, in my own home, I'm okay because I kind of know my way around. But if I'm in an unfamiliar place, I think. I used to be afraid of the dark. I have to say that when I was a young kid and I would go to my grandmother's house, she had this big house, and I can remember peeing in my pants because I was too afraid to get up at night and use the bathroom. So I do remember experiences like that, and I think it all came from that Freddy Krueger era. I think that's when I was probably more afraid. But now I'm okay if I'm home, but in some other place, I'm now one thing, I am jumpy. And Yark, he has to always, it's so funny, he has to always alert me before he enters. They say, if I think he's sleeping and he's coming into the kitchen, he'll have to be like, babe, I'm here or something, because I'm really just jumpy. I am jumpy. Yeah.
So you scared.
She's
terrified.
What do you guys think this particular experience will be like? Are you have fears? Are you just more excited? Tell me about what you think it'll be like.
I think it would be a little scary, honestly, because I'm jumpy like Princess. Like, I try and act all big and brave, but I'm like, okay. So, it might be a little scary, but I also think it would be fun. I think it would help us overcome some fears maybe that we might have.